Finally, time for bed. I stay awake for a while with the usual 20. Okay, same thing. When I do finally get to. When do I finally get to sleep in? Oh no, I overslept and now I'm late for work. Time for work. Another day of minimum wage. Welcome to Glad. Shut the hell up. Everything's too loud. So loud, but I can't hear Aura's voice anymore. Excuse me? Her album used to pull me through the day. Now I feel nothing. Oh, maybe we have something that can help. We keep push. Okay, so we keep pushing the sentimentality set. We keep pushing the sentimentality set. You notice that? We keep pushing that set. This sample set of brushes are shaped like microphones. Aren't they so cute? Looks so cute and pink, just like Aura. Or hello? Just give it to me. I can picture it. Aura singing into these brushes. I can hear her voice again, so give it to me now. Well, they're super pushy now. Not so terrible day of work. Who should I go hang out with? I can hang out with KJ again. Should I do it immediately? Probably, especially after yesterday. I want to give KJ another chance and move on from what happened on our last hangout. They must be feeling mixed up about it, so maybe we should clear the air. But I might also need to ask some tough questions. I might also need a drink. I am not talking tonight. I'm not talking for the rest of the week. After all this, I'm not sure what was really going on when we almost kissed. That scene has been replaying over and over again in my mind. I can't shake the feeling that I would have taken advantage of them in a vulnerable moment. That's why we didn't do it. I text KJ and invite them out to the park. It's a little cold out, so I have a flask of hot cocoa from home. I sit for a while, looking at the moon above the pond. It glows, reflecting in the water. It reminds me of the motorbike ride home in the dead of night, wondering what was going on inside their helmet. I wonder if this new KJ is also a kind of armor, a tough exterior to hide something vulnerable. I want to believe them when they say they're happier this way. The quiet is interrupted by the now familiar sounds of KJ's motorbike. I don't think it's necessarily a barrier. I don't know if it's see, I put pins on it earlier because I was afraid we were going to change them back to like the old KJ. Remember those pins when I was just like earlier when they were talking about like how like they brought this up before and I got like a little concerned. I was like, hey, we're putting a pin on this. When they were talking about like is this a barrier? Is this them doing it for the sake of like changing themselves for the better, or are they just doing it to like, and I was kind of like pinning it, and this was kind of the moment I was like kind of worried about. That's why I've been kind of invested in KJ. I didn't really talk about it then because I kind of wanted to see how far it went, and I feel like it's doing better than what I was expecting. I was afraid we were going to have to. I was afraid it was going to be like one of those situations where we're actively trying to change KJ into like not being the bad girl or like not being herself, themselves. I'm genderless, but I keep mixing. I don't use they them a lot, but I was afraid it was going to be like that. You know, one of those cases where we're trying to change them. But it seems to be going well so far, but I am still kind of worried about it. Hello, Rocky. How you doing? So, we're going to go ahead and do this. No princess? That can't be good. Hi, KJ. How are you? Honestly, I'm kind of surprised you wanted to meet up again. You feeling charitable or something? I just wanted to hang. Just sit and be with our thoughts? Not a bad idea. You're doing pretty well? That's good. That's good. I'm just doing a visual novel, so I'm going to be reading a lot, but I'll try to talk to you in between readings. I promise I'll be more level-headed this time. Last time was hella weird. I'm really sorry I put you through that. I never acted out like that before, and I wanted to apologize. All good? Alright. I hope you're doing good today. I hope you're doing really good. I know you said you're doing pretty well, but I hope things have been going well. I guess, have you been up all night again? Because it's awfully late. Did you just wake up or have you been up all night again? Let's see. I'm sorry I fucking humiliated the both of us in public for a start. The band is going to be looking for a new bassist. That's probably for the best. I was taking on too much anyway. Still with the lack of sleep, yes. Well, I definitely hope you get better with it. I know it's... I can't really say much because I only just recently started getting sleep again. And it still kind of like fights me every so often. Come on, take a seat. I brought cocoa. You remembered. I gambled on some things about you not changing. It's still your favorite, right? Yeah. KJ takes a seat beside me, and I pour them a mug of cocoa. They take a sip and think for a moment. Jeez, when was the last time I drank hot cocoa? I think it might have been when the gang was still together. Weren't we fighting Freya the Ice Queen? I think you brought some cocoa along to keep us warm. An army marches on its stomach. Yeah, you always did bring snacks, huh? Do you also remember what happened? Not really. Jackie punched her real hard or Miranda exploded something? Before that, there was a cave-in. Oh god, you're right. Wow, that just unlocked a bunch of memories. It was so dark and claustrophobic. I was terrified we were going to die. Me too, but we didn't, did we? Obviously not, unless heaven is really boring. And sorry, princess, you've lost me. KJ, we're only alive because you protected us. Everything we've achieved since couldn't have happened without you. Jackie's gym, gone. Miranda's workshop, gone. Ari's pop career, gone. Even though I know you'd prefer that. And that's just one example. There are many other times we'd be dead if you weren't there. Are you trying to trip me into keeping my powers? Is that why I'm here? What I'm saying is that you always were and still are essential to the team. I mean that as sentinels and as friends. And even if you do give up your powers, I don't want you to give up on us. And I'd hate to lose you again, KJ. I know we don't agree on everything, we've all changed in our own ways, some more than others, of course. But it's hard to ignore how, out of all of us, you're the only one who really wants their powers to disappear. More than anything, I want to understand, why do you want to give it up? It's hard to talk about that without going into some other stuff, too. It's like everyone only sees me how they want to see me. I'm right here screaming, this is who I am, at the top of my lungs, but it's not good enough. Boy Young only ever sees a sad little bubble girl, pissing their pants at the sight of danger. She's allowed to reinvent herself as Aura, but I don't deserve that privilege. My dad watched his shy little daughter grow a spine, and he hates it. He says I've been brainwashed by the media, and after the end times, I'm gonna burn in hell. Ooh, okay. Gonna let that process for a little bit. Ooh. Sorta understand that. It's a little different for me, but I understand that vibe. Jackie's been a support figure to me for so long. I think she's afraid to be anything else. And that goddamn anime ridiculed me every chance it got. They drew my glasses so thick you can't see my eyes. You done been eating? I haven't been eating. I haven't eaten anything since I started stream, so I plan on eating after stream's over with. I plan on eating after stream. I've been drinking a lot, and I had a piece of hard candy earlier, but I usually don't stream. I don't eat and stream at the same time. But I will be done with this soon, because, like, I think the 31st of December is, like, the last day. Let's see, drinking liquid life is important. Yeah, I think so, too. Like, water is great. I kind of lost my place. Let's see. They drew my glasses so thick you can't see my eyes. It's like I'm not even a real person, just a tragic clown. KJ sighs and takes a long sip of cocoa. It's a lot to unpack, I know. We have plenty of time, so we can talk about those one by one. The anime seems like the least... Like, that feels like the easiest one to talk about. Yeah, the anime didn't do you any justice, huh? How to phrase this? I was in an online chat the other day, and someone was throwing around the word pierogi around. Everyone found it hilarious for some reason. So I asked what they meant. Pierogi describes an awkward, unattractive girl who won't leave you alone. So of course I asked, why pierogi? Someone put a picture of the anime, of me. Well, Centinel Perigi. But they made it a joke in the show that nobody knows how to pronounce that. And of course, when the writers realized that perigee means the closest point of two orbiting interstellar objects. Oh, so that's what it means. Are you for real? You never knew what it was this whole time? Do I look like I work for NASA? No, but like, did you never wonder? Okay, you know what? Actually, never mind. Anyway, because of that meaning, they made my character super annoying and clingy. And that's my thanks for defending Earth. Humiliation, I'm a clown. Hari gets to say to the whole world, look at me, I'm the beautiful and talented Centinel Aurora. And her fans love it, they love her. If I was outed as Centinel Perigi, that's just the end of my life right there. I'd be laughed at everywhere I go. I don't think so, because there's been a lot of characters who's been like seen as the comical relief, like early, like in their acting careers and stuff, and then later on people find out that they're like super hot, and honestly I feel like you'd have more fans. I feel like there'd be a lot of people who'd be like, damn, glow up. I feel like you'd be more popular than Aura, I'm not gonna lie. We'd all still be your friend if that helps. I'd ask Jackie to beat up anyone who bullies you. Just like high school all over again. Exactly how you want to start your 20s. We'll save KJ's dad for later. Let's do Aura. Okay, I had to ask this, but can we finally talk about Aura? It's like anytime someone says her name, you flare up. And like, can I trust you two to work together? I know it's uncool of me to hate on her as much as I do. She really knows how to get under my skin. Well, she is high-maintenance sellout, using our secret identities for personal gain, and... Let me try this from a different angle. You know how Arrow wants to be the big sister of the group? Yeah, I remember Miranda having an issue with that when we first met up again. I think she's really struggling to let go of that role. Like, I know I used to need a lot of hand-holding back in the day, but I'm better at taking care of myself now. I don't know, KJ. I've needed to hold your hand quite a lot lately. I feel like, I don't know, Aura seems that as some kind of threat. Like that I don't need her that way anymore, so she keeps trying to put me in my place. I wonder if she should just tell her then, that you do need her. Wait, what? Tell her that you need her. Be the bigger person, make the first move. Make a move to be friends? Yeah, what else can I mean? Unless, oh yikes, maybe I won't kick that beehive today. I think you need to rebuild that bridge. Otherwise, I think you two are just going to escalate until one of you crosses the line and you'll never be able to forgive each other. Good pep talk, coach. I have my moments. We'll talk about Jackie, too. So what about Jackie has you concerned exactly? In the early days, when I realized that being a girl was making me miserable and I needed to change, I didn't really know who to turn to. I was a total mess, crying almost every day, and then kind of out of nowhere, Jackie calls me up. Like she has a sixth sense or something. She's been through some similar stuff, so she knows how hard it can be. And, well, from there, we were seeing each other about once a week, talking about it all. About my dad, or my future, or whatever. She almost convinced me to join her gym. Maybe I will someday. Learn some self-defense or something. But anyway, I think I was such a ball of tears and snot for so long that it kind of ruined our friendship. What do you mean? I don't know, it's like I can feel a bad vibe or something when we're in the same room. Like she's holding back from me. Probably scared of hurting my sensitive little feelings. I'm sure if you ask, she might tell you. I think you're probably the two closest people on the whole team. You think so? Yeah, it's really obvious from the way you both interact. You really get one another on a deep level. Okay. I guess that's nice to have confirmed. I really do like her. As a friend! She's my best friend, right. Uh-huh. Right. Uh-huh. Okay, now we get to the hard topic. Okay, so I really don't know your dad, but what you said sounded really intense. Yeah, my brothers and I have our hands full with him. He's sure the world's going to end with Y2K. Wait, does he know about magic disappearing? No. It's this thing about clocks resetting on January 1st. Lots of old computers won't know how to handle it and go haywire, apparently. God, I remember this conspiracy. I grew up in it. I was in middle school. I was just about to start middle school. No, I was just about to start middle school when it happened. And a lot of people thought it was the end of the world because of this. It was like one of several conspiracies. I think that was the first conspiracy I knew about growing up, and then there was the Mayan calendar, and then there was several other end of time events that happened like in high school. I lived through a lot of end of times. They're still happening. I don't think anybody knows when the end of times are actually going to happen. Like, I've lived through so many of them. Banks, aerospace, hospitals, military, you name it. Wait, what? That's terrible. Cool your jets. It's something the IT industry has known about for years and has been fixing. Everything important will be fine. Probably. For some reason, even though my dad's an IT contractor for the government, he's convinced himself they haven't done enough to prevent disaster. Literally an IT contractor. That's about as bad as like people that work in the airplane industry being flat earthers. Okay, anyway. He's been prepping for the apocalypse for about a year now, and it's been difficult to handle. We've tried reasoning with him, even trying to meet him halfway on some stuff. Like, I don't know what parts of the internet he gets his ideas from, but I really wish he'd listen to his own family instead. Amusing. It's... like, it's very hard to talk to people about these kind of things. I know some people that have like some conspiracy thoughts too, and it's like really hard to break them out of it. You can't really do anything with it. You just kind of have to let them figure it out on their own. Like, challenging them on it just makes them dig down even deeper. You kind of have to just like not really support it, but you just have to be like, that's an interesting perspective, but in my view, or something like that. Or like try to give them more ideas to work off of. Ask questions that don't actually tick them off, or something like that. It's a very complicated matter. I'm gonna reread this because I don't remember if I read it all. He's a smart guy, usually quite reasonable, but well, since Mom's passed, he's just been slipping. I think I'd like to talk about something else now, please. Place my hand on KJ's. Of course, let me think. And then, well, there's you. What about me? You're perfect. Like, literally a beautiful space princess with superpowers. Beautiful? Without you and the rings and the team, I'd probably be working in an office somewhere, dying inside. I enjoy leaning into it so they can explain their thought process. I like that too. But like, sometimes they lean in it too so much that sometimes they try to like force it. Sometimes they get into it so much they're like, you believe me, right? You agree with me, right? You have to believe everything I'm saying, right? Like, sometimes it can get a little aggressive. But like the ones that are like more willing to talk about it, like I know a few of them like in real life, and we can have like pretty casual conversations about it. Others I can't, because they assume if I'm willing to talk about it, then I have to agree with them on everything that they say. And the moment I'm just kind of like, no, I don't know, then suddenly I'm an enemy. So it's a very complicated situation. It's very different for very different people. How can I ever compare that to you? KJ, I think you might also be seeing what you want to see. I'm not perfect, like at all. I'm actually kind of a mess, to be honest. And I'm flattered, but also now kind of worried over how that's made you feel all these years. I feel like KJ sees perfection and goodness in everybody else except herself. Themselves. Force my way into their mentality. I wouldn't really call it forcing. It's more just trying to get a better understanding. Like, it's like you're not going to fully understand a person unless you are literally in their shoes and you're able to see all their thoughts. But like, you can at least try to have a better idea of it. Because sometimes I don't think they even fully understand the way their thoughts work. Say this as somebody who also doesn't fully understand how my brain works sometimes. Sometimes my brain goes off and I'm just like 20 minutes later like, why the hell did I do that? Why the hell did I do that? Anyway. But I feel like KJ just sees everybody as better than herself and themselves. And it's just like has the worst sense on like even though they see they're like doing stuff to better themselves, they still have like the worst self-esteem. Honestly, it's a mood. Honestly, it's a mood, and you felt that. I hope I get that. Is that why you had a meltdown on stage? Because your playing wasn't good enough for your idea of perfect me? Good enough for like perfect KJ too. Yeah. I'm not going to call her perfect. I'm not going to call them perfect. Them. I'm literally genderless. I need to use them. You're an amazing friend. KJ, back in school, I loved you dearly as a friend and a Sentinel. You are going to have a special place in my heart no matter what happened afterwards. But all these years later, you rock up to the park on your motorbike and just casually start calling me Princess. It's like you're still my dear friend, but also a totally new person who I love hanging out with and discovering more about. In the years since the team broke up, I've been kind of drifting and unsure what to do with myself. And you're out here turning your whole life upside down to become someone who makes you happy. While you're doing this isn't easy, 99% of us will never try something like that. Sometimes it takes, KJ did it literally out of high school. Like literally a couple of years out of high school. It took so many years for me to start like changing. Like my change didn't even start until 30. Some people won't even start their change until their 50s. Like this kind of change and trying to grow can take so long for different people. Like any kind of change at all. And like KJ is definitely not in their best space right now. But like they are so much better than what they were. And they're only going to get better if they keep it up. Your bubbles aren't the only thing that's tough. You are too. You have all this crap going on, and yet you're still being a good friend and trying to make it all work out. And yes, you have moments where you break. We all do. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Except maybe don't break any more guitars in the future. Yeah, that's going to be a fun call with my therapist. We sit together for a while longer, enjoying the last of our cocoa and reminiscing on some of the happier memories from our Sentinel years. KJ seems to be in a better mood after our talks. It seems as if they finally got a chance to let go of their worries, even if it's only for a little while. I love the writing in this one better than I did the Doricone that I was doing earlier. Like, Doricone was also pretty good, I guess. It's not the worst story I've read, but I think I like the writing in this one a lot better. I think the writing in this is much better. Like, I haven't seen all the storylines, but this one has, like, more... I would probably read more of this. Like after streaming this, I'm probably going to do more of the things. Like I'm really enjoying the story of this. I don't want to jinx it, but it feels like I'm finally beginning to understand who KJ is. Okay, so I had the option to do 2, but I only did 1 event. Is it because I'm doing KJ's event? I called everyone to the school to tell them the update about Les. We followed Les, and she's definitely not behind all this. Are you sure? Totally certain? Ara sits in a chair, looking drained and a bit sullen. We're sure. Whatever's happening seems to be affecting her too, and she's not alone. The customers at the store lately have been pretty odd. Either manic or dreamy or zombie-like. This can't be a coincidence. So we're back to square 1? More like square -10. The problem is growing, and we still don't have any answers. We hear a sudden little noise from the hallway. No one should be here at this hour. Someone's here. It better not be Solaire again. Quick, bubble shield. Oh, order around, Bubble Girl. Just like old times. Bet you'd like that, huh? Right, I forgot you only listen to your princess, Akiko. Please tell your pet to do something more useful than wine. Ara, stop being mean. Besides, our magic might backfire. Jackie steps confidently toward the door. Jackie, it's not safe. Our powers may not work. Jackie cracks her neck and holds out her fist. But these still work. She posts up at the door ready to strike. KJ takes the other side, holding a classroom chair above her head. I put Ara and Miranda behind me. Miranda shifts and puts herself defensively in front of us both. I can see you're both exhausted. Hang back. We have this. She's right, but if anything happens, I might not be able to heal everyone. I can't fail them like this. We look anxiously toward the door. Oops, oh no. Smack, the sound of someone tripping and hitting the ground. Jackie uses this opportunity to throw open the door and we see Les on the floor. Hello. Jackie drops her stance. Is she blushing? You can always count on Jackie to be Jackie. Oh, hello there. Les, what are you doing here? I thought you said she wasn't a villain. Let her talk. Les, are you okay? Miranda, yeah, I'm okay. Les' eyes widen when she takes in the whole crew. You must be Jackie. You look very strong today. KJ? Oh, what's up? I'm cool. You hanging out? KJ smirks at Les, trying to be chill. They turn to Aura. Real evil genius over here, right? Les sees Aura and looks confused. The celebrity guest is here too? Les, why are you here? I came to work at the end of your shift to thank you the other day. People were weird. I wanted to make sure you were okay, so I followed you? Guess we'll call that evening. Something's going on, isn't it? I look to the others, but their look says it's up to me to decide. Listen, after all this shit, we're gonna say it. Whoops, pressed the wrong button. This is gonna blow her little pea brain. I take Liz aside and fill her in about magic failing, how it seems to be affecting ordinary people too. She takes it all in thoughtfully. And you're a magical girl. Pulled from retirement, but yes. And what are all your powers? How many villains have you fought? Have your identities been compromised? Liz, I know it's a lot to take in. I can't answer everything tonight, but I will, I promise. It is a lot to take in. And I said all that stuff about magical girls. Yeah, what's up with that? Miranda elbows Aura. When I was little, I was playing out in the national forest that my family lived in and cared for. I guess some big villain had been attacking Diamond Cove, and some magical girl team drew the villain away from the city to avoid casualties. But one of them accidentally started a forest fire. I know they didn't mean to, but the smell of burning, the animals screeching and running my home... If we had only known the plan, maybe we could have evacuated or prepared or even helped. I felt so scared and small that day. But the firefighters and volunteers, it took days, but they took on the blaze. That's when I knew I wanted to do something good in the world too. And I wanted to do it in defiance of magic, that even being ordinary, I can make a difference. Liz, I'm so sorry about your home. That's why she's such a big environmentalist too, isn't it? No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have judged all magical girls based on that day. I resented your strength because I felt weak. And I'm older now. I know that good actions can have unintended consequences. I'm especially sorry to you, Aura. What, me? I judged you especially harshly. I hope you can forgive me. Well, since you said it so nicely. I bet you're all here trying to find a way to help, aren't you? Even at the expense of your own safety. We are. Whatever's happening is spreading fast. It's going to be a big fight, isn't it? Come help us out. It'll be that much more manageable with you on our side. Les lights up. You really think I can help? I hate to be the bee in the bonnet, but she doesn't have powers. Neither do we right now, technically speaking. I know I'll feel stronger with her around. I bet she has lots of great skills. I do. I can film your exploits. I'm great at animal calls. Oh, I can compliment you in battles, and I can bet it'll make you feel stronger. I can create distractions. Well, girl, we know you'll be able to help for now. Welcome to the Sentinels. Les smiles wildly. What's my name gonna be? Can I be Sentinel Beaver? Beaver Bot. Get it? Beaver? Because they're all lesbians? Anyway. No, that's so presumptuous that I'd be called Sentinel. Perhaps Team Support codename Aardvark? Let's start with getting you up to speed. Welcome to our dysfunctional family. We'll discuss our plan to be more aggressive in our investigation of the problem. Hopefully, we'll be able to figure out what's happening soon. And now we're even stronger. Whoever's behind this better watch out. Finally, time for bed. I stay awake the next day. I can hear the sound of laughter. Aura's giggle rings out higher than the rest. No, not Aura. It's Boy Young's voice. Boy Young with Miranda, Jackie, and KJ. They're sitting in a circle on the rooftop with our high school. Jackie beckons me over with a big grin. She gives me a supportive pat on the back as I sit with them. On the left of Jackie, I can see Miranda focused on her wood carving project. I never took Miranda for being so artsy. but she's been delving into this hobby pretty hard lately. A bespectacled brunette KJ hovers over her. They give Miranda an awkward thumbs up when Miranda holds what appears to be a crud carving of Alistair used up to examine. He looks a little wonky, but charming. Wonky. I give the wooden Alistair a nod of approval. William makes a comment, and Jackie smiles along. I exhale and feel my whole body relax. This is my team. Better yet, these are my best friends. This is where I'm meant to be. And then I feel a sharp pain. Ugh. 4 points around my stomach. It's like acupuncture, but instead of needles, it's pure concentrated weight. Yes, 8 tons each. It's the cat. Ow, ow. I wake up in my bed. Alistair hovering over me, peering right into my soul. Meow. Alistair, seriously? That's when I register the sound of my alarm. How long has it been going off? I push Alistair off me and roll over to check the time. It's noon? I whip myself out of bed. My legs feel like lead, and I want nothing more than bury myself back under the covers, but I'm already late for work. Meow. I know. You'll probably try to wake me up sooner. I stumble into the bathroom and grab my makeup. I'm late. Like, seriously late. I could get fired. And I really shouldn't bother with this now, but... Hiss. Alistair, I know how late I am, but my manager would hate to see me barefaced at work. I may as well... I fasten my hair quickly and grab some makeup samples strewn across the countertop. It's from the sentimentality line. I could use something different more once, but it doesn't matter. It's time to hurry up and put my look on. I can feel Alistair clawing up and down my pajama pants. Once my face finally comes together, I'm starting to feel a bit more energized. I remember my dream from earlier. I definitely want to hold on to that moment a little longer. That's probably why I slept in. Yeah, I think I'm ready to go. And Alistair's chill. I'm meeting up with the squad later. We're going to figure this out. Alistair blinks at me, but not in a cute, slow blink kind of way, in a judgmental way. I'll be back later. I scramble with my shoes, nearly forgetting my keys on the way out the door.